system. Pitt's in-system is fast, it is violent, it is fun to watch, and so if Coppin State can get Pitt off the net, they'll have a good chance here.
And we see good dig there by Vasquez Gomez and a hit long by Babcock, so a point for Coppin State to open up.
Going to Babcock early on and just a bit wide. I like the decision to go to Babcock early on. This is her first ever NCAA tournament. She's expected a lot from with the season that she's been having, and she just misses wide there, but we will see her plenty tonight.
Rachel Fairbanks with the quick set and blocked right back by Ibrahim.
Ibrahim making her authority up at the net noticed early on. A good pass going to the senior Emma Monks, and Ibrahim there ready, waiting for that.
So 2-0 Coppin State, and 3 really good serves to begin. That set is blocked and out, and the Panthers get on the board.
We saw the service pressure there. That is exactly what Coppin State and the Eagles are going to want to do every single time around.
That's a heck of a dig/set by Rachel Fairbanks.
The back set, unbelievable. She makes it look easy.
Valeria Vasquez Gomez. And rising up and tipping. See Monks knock that down, but Coppin State a chance just to send it over. Amy Klicka. And again, a long hit, no touch, and it's 3-1 Coppin State.
Coppin State with the early lead. I think what we'll see in this first set and maybe into the second set is just some nerves coming to play. So maybe a couple more errors than players are used to in a big arena here at the Peterson Event Center for Pitt. Just the ball moves differently in different arenas, different crowds, and of course the pressure of the NCAA tournament.
And a tip on that by the Panthers, and it's 4-1 Eagles.
Early start here for the Eagles. Exactly what you want to see if you're an Eagles fan and rooting for Coppin State. They're coming out strong. They're coming out with what it looks like no fear, and that's exciting to watch.
And that hit down by Emma Monks. Off the serve by Takenya Stafford. And Kat Flood's going to come in to serve for the Panthers.
Emma Monks has been so impressive for Pitt this year. She's another name that we will hear a lot tonight. A great attacker, but I think what we'll see a lot about her is her insane block.
Of course, the Panthers without middle Bree Kelly, they were expecting a lot from, but Monks has done a great job, and we're seeing points in the middle early on from Coppin State. Ibrahim with a second kill.
Ibrahim making everybody make sure that we know her name out there, and starts with the pass. That pass was so great against serving sub for Pitt, Kat Flood, and she goes up and dimes the pass, setting up her middle, able to get the kill there.
And Coppin State able to dig and keep this alive. And then a mistake there for the Panthers, and it's 6-2 Eagles.
Eagles are finding a way to keep the ball alive. We saw a diving dig from Stafford in middle back there. Eagles just finding a way to get the ball over and put the pressure onto Pitt. 5-5
libero Roman. And you've seen no mistakes early on from Coppin State as Olivia Babcock, a first kill of the match, second kill.
Second kill for Olivia. I think she's going to find her rhythm here pretty soon. I like the decision by Fairbanks. Olivia with one block up, a great set by Fairbanks setting her up for that.
Do you even need to say anything?
She has such a fun and impressive serve.
I love when she throws it up, because there has to have been gyms where she tried this and either hit a roof or a beam or something, because she always looks up in the air like, okay, do I have enough room to toss this?
Always, and lighting is always a big deal in gyms as well, so just checking to make sure she's got the clear.
That one goes wide, service error for the Panthers, 7-4. Coppin State's been in the lead for most of this first set. We're just underway here in Pittsburgh. Jeff Hathorn and Kayla Lund. Tori Stafford this time.
Tori Stafford with the kill. Her sister to Kenya Stafford not able to chase that one down in the back row.
This has to be, I mean, imagine being a parent. Not just the rooting emotions, but the pride to have both of your children and play at such a high level this year, not just be on teams. What a dig there by Stafford.
To play at the highest level possible in Division I volleyball in the NCAA tournament. And they aren't just playing. They're not just on the teams. These are two of the best players in the gym right now, and they take their roles very seriously. You see Coppin State Eagles coming out with so much fight, led on by Kenya, keeping the ball alive multiple times.
And what we hear about their family all the time is how competitive they are. I can't imagine what it was like for the parents with those two going at it at probably everything. And another kill by Vasquez Gomez, near line painter in the back. Two nice swings by Vasquez Gomez.
Vasquez Gomez, 2 kills back to back for her. She's a name that has been in Pitt volleyball for a long time, but with this freshman class, she's somebody that she almost goes under the radar, even though she's an amazing, amazing player. She's a little bit undersized, and so she sometimes doesn't have those oh wow plays, but she is somebody that is always there. She is steady. She is the baseline and the heart behind this Pitt volleyball team.
And that hit long, and the Panthers back in the lead. It's a 4-0 run for Pitt. Both teams hitting about the same, which would make sense given the score. Klicka the dig. Back to Olivia Babcock, and that is wide.
Just wide, it looked like for Babcock. She was trying to reach for high hands there, which you'll see a lot. I love when players can use the block to their advantage. She just missed that one a bit wide.
Mara Williams. She's only a couple of hours from home here, Cleveland native. Stafford blocked. As tip dug by Klicka and sent over by Tori Stafford. And Kenya Stafford is blocked.
Such scrappy volleyball on both sides of the net. Small ball plays, girls are diving all over, doing the best to keep their teammates alive. What a great block setup. You see the set up by Rachel Fairbanks, setter, who gets over and for a long time. She has such a great setup, and then she's able to let her middle, Chiamaka Wokolo, fade into her to close that block.
Is it me or are setters getting taller every year?
I think they are getting taller every year. It's just becoming so competitive and so impressive, the athletes that continue to grow in this sport.
Dylan Griffin has given the Panthers some key serves over this season as killed by Coppin State. It's been a nice way to work her in. Mara Williams with the kill, and it's 9-9.
Amara Williams on the back row attack, the D-ball there. As an outside hitter, you typically see back row attacks run in front of the setters, but I like the decision for her to go behind there.
Fairbanks just had to run that down and still able to set Vasquez Gomez for the kill.
Great hustle there. And a great use of the block by Valeria Vasquez Gomez. It's a high ball. The block knows that it's going to Valeria. She sees them both there. She's able to swing high and use their hands.
3 kills for Vasquez Gomez, 7 assists and 10 points for Fairbanks. And add an ace.
The ACC setter of the year. She can do it all. She is strong from the service line. We'll see her make impressive sets all game long, but I think what really sets her apart is her blocking ability, her defense ability, and her service ability. And she can attack too if they need. So she really can do it all.
20 aces on the season. Stafford. Babcock. And net violation on Coppin State. And the biggest lead of this first set for the Panthers.
Pitt continuing to find their comfortability here. Interesting net call on the replay. The net was moving. It was tough for me to see who hit it though.
Klicka. From the back is Tori Stafford.
Tori Stafford with authority. That back row attack is so deadly because she has such a long approach and she is such a high jumper that she's able to really elevate with one block up. The court is all hers.
And a second 4-0 run of this set. And killed. Attempt blocked. Vasquez Gomez blocked right back.
The setter, Svetanova, getting her hands on that one.
We've seen setters with a couple of blocks on each side. Svetanova had 20 blocks in the regular season.
Svetanova said, wait a second, I can do it too. I can block, I can serve. She goes back to serve here.
And an ace off the top of the net. That's number 71 on the season.
Such a tough serve. She has great flotation on it, and so it moves a lot, but it also can die, and it also can hit you in the chest like that and come at you really hard.
And a block and a run here for Coppin State. It's 13-12. Svetanova has been at Coppin State for a couple of years. She already has the school record in aces. Transfer from Western Nebraska Community College. And a chance to tie it, but it goes long and a service error.
Just long. And typically missed serves are something that can sometimes get your team down, can sometimes be frustrating. But when you have a server like Svetanova back there with that many aces, she's the type of server that coaches give a green light to and say, high risk, high reward, go ahead and give your best serve. Because we know that if your serves are going in and they're tough, that we can get the team out of system and get some points here.
And Stafford blocked. Babcock is blocked but out.
A nice out of
Co-champs of the ACC with Florida State. An opportunity here for Monks.
Great net play there by Emma Monks. She's tall. She knows that she can't reach too far over the net, and so she waits for that ball to clear the line, is able to crush that down, that overpass. And as a hitter there, you turn around, you give credit to your teammate who just gave you that free point.
Back set to Stafford is blocked by Emma Monks, and I believe Little Sis. Just that smile.
A little smile from Little Sister there. A couple of the Pitt girls smiling too. They know how much this means to the both of them. I think
it was all Tori.
It was all Tori. And I think as maybe Little Sister, maybe you feel a little bit extra vengeance too against your big sis.
Again, a chance for Monks. Didn't look exactly the same, but the result turned out to be the same, and we've got a timeout for Coppin State. All right, so let's rotation, and they did that early on. We'll see how they react here as the Panthers are on a 5-0 run. Vasquez Gomez serve. And in the middle and long and no tip.
Barely out, running a bit of a 2-ball there, so a high middle set in the middle there and just barely out. I like the decision to run the right side Paola in the middle there, but just barely miss.
Vasquez Gomez. Set. Stafford with a smart decision. Kenya Stafford with the perfect tip for the Eagles.
And a nicely timed tip as well. In her last play, she was actually on the right side, same rotation, but a good call by Coach Tim Walsh to move her around so that she can be on her normal position on the outside, and a nicely timed tip there.
And a service error. Kenya started her career at Eastern Illinois.
I'm sure that Tim Walsh has been very happy with being able to pick her up this year as a transfer, and she has been so huge for this program.
Of course, their sister's a really good basketball player, too. Kat Flood in to serve for Pitt. And another tip and another successful tip.
tips have been working for Coppin State Eagles tonight. They're perfectly placed. I don't think they're doing it too much yet. I think if they continue down this road that Pitt will have to adjust and pick up a different game plan to get these tips up. But for now, they're swinging and they're tipping, and so it's falling and it's working.
Paola Caton with the tip and a near ace. The Panthers able to send it over. Middle kill is wide. Point Panthers.
A couple of these attack misses by the Eagles are so close. I call them good misses because they're going for it. They're able to see the court, and they're just barely missing the line. And so I like the aggression. I like that they're going for it, and it's a good miss.
Stafford digs the Babcock serve. And kill on the left side by Amara Williams.
Amara Williams, great use of the block there. She's up high as well. It's a big Pitt block, but Amara Williams jumps high and she elevates well. She's able to use Chiamaka Wokolo's hands there and hit it high and hard off of them.
Amara Williams, one of those rare players that transferred within conference. And Stafford just has to send it over, and a chance here. And another tip. Panthers ready that time. And the hit by Babcock doesn't clear the net. And it's 21-16. Dan Fisher. A variety of emotions we'll see from Dan Fisher over the course of a match. And an ace. Coco Figueroa, 25 now on the season. And it's down to 4. 3-0 run for the Eagles. What a one-handed set by Rachel Fairbanks.
An amazing, amazing set by Fairbanks there. She makes it look so easy. She just goes up, grabs it, and is able to put up a perfect set for Tori Stafford on the outside. Fairbanks, who's also front row there, could fully attack it, and I actually like the decision of her, since she's in the front row, to set her hitters and make sure her hitters are getting comfortable throughout this first set as well.
And a pancake by Klicka. Vasquez Gomez long, but tipped. That's the rule, is the ruling is a tip. So 23-17. Coppin State didn't necessarily buy it, but no challenge.
Great pickup there by libero Emmy Klicka. She's everywhere, and the pancake just makes it that much sweeter. And then, again, Rachel Fairbanks, she dove to get her hands onto that ball to set it.
Oh, what a set. Good dig by Tori Stafford. Opportunity in the middle. Blocked and dug again for Pitt. Olivia Babcock dug by Stafford. Chance here for Pitt. Back set Vasquez Gomez. I think she hit it short. Coppin State is hanging around. Even if this set doesn't go their way, they've got to have some confidence heading into set number 2.
They have been playing really hard and a couple times forcing Pitt to make errors. And volleyball is a game of errors, but if you can put that pressure on the other team to do so, then you start feeling better, you start playing better, and it's kind of this cycle of volleyball and what can happen in a match.
Slide blocked by attempt by Wokolo. Stafford. Vasquez Gomez just sends it over. Stafford has to do the same. Vasquez Gomez, bit of a break there for the Panthers, and it's set point.
A great rally back and forth there. Great defensive plays, great offensive plays, getting a little bit scrappy. Maybe not always the cleanest plays there, but both teams finding a way to keep the ball off the floor.
You can see how that hitting the tape just altered it in trying to dig that, and Griffin is in to serve for the set. Olivia Babcock.
Olivia Babcock with the finisher there. Maybe more here tonight.
Shoes are off to her. Rachel Fairbanks to serve. Panthers up a set here. Pitt is the top seed and hosting this regional. The winner gets USC tomorrow. And another tip. Roman. And hit just long by Amara Williams. So if you're the Panthers, what's the key to defending the tip while still being aggressive?
So if a defender reads it, you want that defender to be able to pick it up, but mostly pick it up high enough, and so that the setter can keep you guys in system. And so it depends on, which player is tipping the most. Are they all tipping the most? Is there some kind of defensive strategy that we can move around to get the tips up? But then once the tips are up, get them high enough, and so that you can stay in system to make sure that your offense is still firing.
Panthers take the first couple of points here of the second set. Pitt, one of the best defensive teams in the country, 5th in the NCAA in opponents' hit percentage, and that is playing out so far here today. Coppin State hitting all zeros. And hitting through the tip is Vasquez Gomez for a 6th kill.
Valeria Vasquez Gomez has been in just a couple NCAA tournaments before, and so I think coming into this first set, she is feeling comfortable. She has great numbers, 6 kills, hitting 444 right now.
And a near ace. Stafford saves it. Vasquez Gomez, wide. Point to Coppin State.
Love the dig by Emmy Klicka. Any dig, if it's coming at you a little bit softer and you can make it perfect to keep your team in system, she does a great job of doing that.
Zetanova to serve for Coppin State. Klicka. Vasquez Gomez, the dig will go out. Vasquez Gomez is really on fire. 7 kills.
She is coming out hot, and I think that's great to see from her as your senior leader coming into a tournament. She's obviously had plenty of tournament experience starting in tournaments, and so she comes out here and says, I'm used to this. I can take over this set. I can play well and help out my teammates however I need to.
Now a block in the middle, and it's 5-1. Emma Monks, a second block.
Oh, a triple block there. Great read by the freshmen Stafford and Babcock to see that it's getting set into the middle and both go up with her.
Williams, Doug. Olivia Babcock hits it through the block. 6-1 Pitt.
Great swing by Babcock. Starts with the dig, able to send it out to Babcock with the kill.
This is similar to what we saw in the first match here, where USC and UMBC went back and forth in that first set, and then USC just came out on fire in the second. The Panthers have so far in this second, and a tip. So there's a little hesitation, but it did look like it hit floor, that Klicka wasn't able to get her hand underneath.
Yeah, as you mentioned, a little bit back and forth in the first set. Same thing that we saw here tonight, and then one of the teams finding a way to get comfortable and start playing aggressive and more to their standard and pull away.
Emma Monks in the middle. I think what is different, though, about Coppin State is their serve, at least so far, has been more consistent than we saw in the first match.
Their serve has been so aggressive, which when we talked to Coach Tim Walsh before the match, that was really important to him and their program and their team coming in here tonight and making sure to keep tough service pressure on Pitt.
Yeah, they were going to go for it. They weren't going to play it safe. They knew that, they felt like that was an advantage for them. Back set. And Panthers, Tori Stafford of Wokolo.
Pitt's block, one of the best in the entire country, and we see that tonight. They are so high over, and we see that they're over for a long time as well, and so even if the ball rattles around in there, they're pressed over for a long time.
And Stafford, Doug, Tori, blocked but out of bounds, and it's now 9-2 Panthers. There you go. And another good serve, middle hit is wide. We've seen these errors, aggressive errors, but just not finding the corners, not finding the sides are the Eagles.
Yeah, they're so close, and these misses are close, and they're swinging, and they're just not quite finding the line, and sometimes that's just how it goes. I like that they're doing a good job staying in system and in offense and keeping pressure on Pitt, but just not able to finish enough at a high enough rate.
And Panthers to violation. It's 10-3.
We see Svetnova trying to get her players feisty here, firing up, trying to keep her team in it, staying alive. She's a leader for this team. She has an amazing serve, but she's just an amazing setter and leader.
Wind up and kill from Olivia Babcock. So after a slower start, now 7 kills for Babcock.
The freshman of the year for the ACC. She's an amazing player. She elevates so well, and so her range is so impressive.
And it's kind of amazing where the Pitt program has been over the last decade or so. It is the first freshman of the year for the Panthers.
It is, and well deserved. Olivia absolutely deserves it. I'm pretty sure that it was probably going to come down between Olivia Babcock and Tori Stafford, and I'm not quite sure how you choose between the both of them. They're so phenomenal in their positions. Unfortunately, we see Stafford ace there, but they both just do an amazing job in their position, holding their own. They don't play like they are freshmen.
Coco Figueroa with the ace for the Eagles, cut the lead to 6. And from the back and finding it inside the tape is Babcock.
And I love that right after that ace, they serve back to Tori Stafford, and Tori Stafford absolutely dimes it. Rachel Fairbanks able to set up Olivia Babcock in the back row, and Olivia paints that line with that back row attack.
19 assists for Fairbanks. Good dig by Klicka off the nice play by Coppin State, and a kill by the Eagles.
Great block by the Eagles to finally get Valeria Vasquez-Gomez. Valeria having great numbers tonight and doing a great job, but the Eagles block just too big that time.
Palacios. Set by Fairbanks, back off the slide, and a kill for Chiamaka Wokolo. Why does it make sense for her to be the one that slides?
So when Rachel Fairbanks, the setter, is in the front row, she has 2 attackers to choose from, Chiamaka Wokolo and your outside hitter, or your back row attacks as well. And so with Fairbanks in the front row, it gives full reign for Chiamaka Wokolo to stay in front or pull the blockers on the other side and run behind.
And Griffin, a service error, 13-7. Yeah, one of the best at sliding is in the building today. Lane Van Buskirk is here. How many times that was said over her career.
The one and only Lane Van Buskirk, one of my former teammates, Canadian national team member, pro volleyball player currently, and a great friend, and she is one of the best all-time slide runners. I loved watching her run those.
Rachel Fairbanks at 14-7. And an ace for Rachel Fairbanks.
Rachel Fairbanks, such an amazing all-around player. It's been so cool to watch her grow into the leader that she is now, and she really can do it all. If they need her to be in a 6-2 and attack, she can do that. If they need to be in a 5-1, she can do that. She gets aces, she plays defense, and so just to be able to watch her growth throughout the years into the leader that she now is for this Pitt squad has been really special.
4th kill for Amara Williams. Cut the lead to 15-8. There are many faces of Rachel Fairbanks, all of them serious.
She is the ultimate competitor. She wants to win.
This is a great view right here to watch the knuckle and how much good serves move. And a block up front by Ibrahim.
Ibrahim doing a great job getting her hands over the net to Valeria Vasquez-Gomez there. It's an out-of-system set, and so the block is pretty sure that the ball is going to be set to Valeria Vasquez-Gomez, and they have a great setup there.
And a near ace. Panthers have to send it over. Chance here for Coppin State in the middle block. From the back, Stafford, that is blocked down. And a good dig by Coppin State. The dig was solid there by Caton, but an error for Coppin State gives the point to the Panthers.
Coppin State doing a great job keeping the ball alive. They get Pitt out of system with the serve. They're making scrappy plays. They just need to get their hitting percentage up a little bit higher by after making these amazing plays, finding a way to then get a kill out of it.
Roman set to Williams, dug by Klicka. Tori Stafford is blocked and then hit over. And kill by Paola Caton.
That's exactly what they need to do. And kind of a longer-ish rally like that where plays are happening on both sides of the net. They're getting block touches. Are they able to then be efficient enough to get the kill? And we see that from Caton doing a great job hitting it in between the blockers' hands of Pitt.
3 times first team All-MEAC is Williams, and an error for the Panthers makes it 16-11.
Eagles staying alive here in this set, and it's starting with their tough service pressure, getting Pitt feeling a little uncomfortable, maybe a little bit out of system, and so they're doing a great job with the pressure on.
Panther crowd, you see that hitting percentage. Stafford is going to tip. Good dig. Svetanova. Monks wants it in the middle. Dig by Roman. Dylan Griffin with the set, and that is blocked but out of bounds. Blocked by Ibrahim, but it went out. Coppin State challenging on every Pitt point.
It's back and forth, and that's just good volleyball. Long rallies are really good volleyball. You have both teams fighting to stay alive every single point. We saw the amazing dig in that rally by Ashley Roman. She's a great libero and leader for her team, and she came up big there with a dig.
MEAC Defensive Player of the Year again. Stafford off the Fairbanks set, and just no chance for Williams.
Stafford over that block. OT the blocker's hands, and what a great set by Rachel Fairbanks all the way across the court, keeping her hitters in system, giving Tori free reign and great vision of the court with a great set.
All the way over to Takenya Stafford, but that is touched.
I just talked about Rachel Fairbanks, a great set from all the way across the court, and then for the Eagles, Svetanova does the same thing. Both setters are so elite on this court and just lead their team, and they give their hitters so many opportunities.
Roman to serve, down 6. And that blocked. Stafford. Tip recognized by Mosley. Panthers tip is batted back down. Stafford with the kill off her sister.
Again, another great rally by both teams. Both teams able to pick up tips. They're diving, they're making great plays. They're finding ways to keep the ball alive, and Pitt able to get the kill at the end of that one.
Babcock is dug. It sets it up for Wokolo. Good defense. And eventually a block by Wokolo gets the point to the Panthers.
Wokolo one-on-one there, makes a great diving in move play to get that block.
Imaka Wokolo, graduate student from Columbus. Dan Fisher was saying she was thinking that she kind of started a professional career, and Dan said, "Hey, do you want to play? I need to know. Do you still have it?" She's like, "Yeah, one more year." And I'm sure Dan was very pleased that she decided to do that, and she's accepted her role this year. Sometimes she hasn't had as much action in different games, but whatever it is, she's been up for it.
And I think the biggest thing is Dan talked about her being the outright captain for this team, and so her coming back and just being that outright leader, maybe not always having the biggest highlight reels, but somebody that, again, is just so steady. She is confident on the court. She's able to lead this team and help out these young freshmen out there do really cool things like that.
They don't look like young, inexperienced freshmen. 7 kills for Stafford, 8 for Babcock to lead everyone here so far in this match. And a service error by Tori Stafford makes it 21-14.
And what I love to see from Stafford is her hitting percentage. 7 kills, but hitting .538. She currently has 0 hitting errors, which is not an easy thing to do, especially as an outside hitter, receiving high balls out of system balls. So she's just coming out and showing everybody the kind of player that she is.
Blair Bayless, speaking of freshmen.
Speaking of freshmen, a freshman that gets in every once in a while. She's one of the top recruits this year, but with Pitt's depth in their roster, somebody that you only see every once in a while. And what a great swing right off the bench. I love the decision by Rachel Fairbanks to set her right away, get her comfortable. And Bayless with a great shot to that back corner.
Dylan Griffin. And the Panthers block. Was that Fairbanks? It was.
It looked by the way that they celebrated and kind of looked at each other that I think Fairbanks got a pretty good hand on that one. Maybe a little bit of both of them. Share that one. They each get a half.
Dylan Griffin, that's set too far, and Bayless able to keep it on the Coppin State side, and we are at set point. The sophomore from California, Dylan Griffin, to serve for the second set.
Bayless coming in and making 2 back-to-back plays. Really awesome to see off of somebody coming in cold and just able to make 2 plays back-to-back.
And a slide this time for Coppin. Fairbanks sets up Blair Bayless.
3 plays back-to-back. Awesome for Blair Bayless, and it just speaks high volumes of how
It's to a point now, 8 straight NCAAs where expectations are high, and you've seen this program take a step forward, it seems, every year to get to that next level. There's 2 more steps to take.
Absolutely, and that is what this team has their eye on from point 1 of the very beginning of this season all the way into the tournament. They have not shied away from talking about making it to the national championship match and winning that national championship match. It has been, as you mentioned, the journey from barely making the tournament maybe 8 years ago and to now be in conversation of the national championship. It has been amazing to just watch this program thrive and grow so much, and watch the city of Pittsburgh grow to love volleyball and stand behind this program and team that Dan Fisher has built.
Tori Stafford with the kill. It's 2-0 Panthers. You know, I remember years ago when, it was 9 years ago, last time Pitt wasn't in the NCAA tournament, they thought they should have been in the NCAAs. And Dan said something, well, we have to earn that respect. And I think they have earned everybody's respect.
Absolutely, they have, and that just comes to show the strength of also the ACC into the tournament. When you have good teams maybe not making it into the tournament, when there's conversation of why wouldn't they, how could they not have made the tournament, and so that just goes to show the strength of ACC and a lot of conferences across the nation as well. Every conference is just getting stronger and stronger, and we'll see that especially next year when we have a couple teams joining the ACC.
Layla Ibrahim with a nice kill in the middle. And a good dig there by Stafford. And Panthers able to get it over with Babcock. And Klicka with the dig. A couple of times Panthers have kept this point alive, and Olivia Babcock kills it to give Pitt a point.
I am not quite sure. I don't know if the girls are quite sure how that happened either, asking each other, hey, what went on there? How did that stay alive? Great dig by Emmy Klicka there, and then the back set by Fairbanks to Babcock to get the kill, sneaking it through the blocker's arms.
Babcock really kept that alive earlier in the point, kind of on her knees.
Anything to keep the ball off the floor.
Kat Flood to serve. The senior from Illinois. And violation by Coppin State, and it's 4-1 Pitt.
And Kat Flood back to serve has really been somebody that's a backbone to this team. She's the definition of hard work and working her way into this lineup. And she's also a utility player. This year they've had some injuries in the middle, and so somebody who's normally an outside right side in Kat Flood has been practicing in the middle. And so she's the type of player that says, hey coach, whatever you need, I'm gonna step up for my team. And we see that with her lethal serve. And she's a great defender when she gets in the back row. And so we just see her being a great leader for this team, and she's turned into somebody that Pitt can really depend on.
Who can set up Olivia Babcock as well.
Who can have a great bump set and give one of her best hitters free rein to swing high and hard.
That was a great adjustment by Babcock, too, to be able to kill that, avoid the net.
Yeah, some great athleticism there that she just showed off.
Kat Flood was a really good soccer player and kind of came on to volleyball late in her career. Well, late meaning like 15, but
in volleyball world, that is considered pretty late. Volleyball's a sport that gets started pretty young for a lot of players. And yeah, she was all in on soccer. She was thinking about going to soccer for college and fell in love with the sport of volleyball a little bit later on. And Pitt has been very lucky to have that she made that transition and that she ended up at Pitt.
11 kills for Olivia Babcock now.
An amazing back set by Rachel Fairbanks. The pass is all the way pushed over. You're thinking maybe she's going to run a quick set to the middle or the outside, and she's able to reverse it so easily.
So we are a couple of points into the third set, and Fairbanks has 30 assists.
She is an elite setter. You see why she is ACC Setter of the Year. She has run this Pitt offense so well and so consistently.
Roman with the bump set. Williams. And good block, but Klicka is able to dig it. Roman with a nice dig there, and a point to Coppin State. And Dan Fisher immediately looks for the green card.
Game. And so if you're able to shut out that outside noise, it can really be beneficial to your squad.
So a good challenge for Dan Fisher. And Olivia Babcock will serve for the Panthers. We think. I think they're trying to work out the score. I think they got it right at 6-2. Just off the top of the net. And it's 6-3.
Olivia Babcock has a high-risk, high-reward serve that we see her with that top jump serve, where she has a green light from coaches to just go for it. And, you know, you're going to miss sometimes, but other times you're going to get the team out of system or aces.
Speaking of aces, Coco Figueroa has a couple, and that hit long by Olivia Babcock. 6-4. Just the scrappy Coppin team, and they show off some of their quickness to be able to save a number of points so far.
Yeah, I am loving the way that Coppin State is playing this match. They have come out fearless, and they have come out with nothing to lose. And when we talked to Tim Walsh before the match, that's what he wanted from his team. He wanted to see them come out and play with a lot of joy and play carefree. And he talked a lot about how there is a lot of pressure in the NCAA tournament. This is their first ever NCAA tournament, but he talked to them and mentioned, hey, you guys deserve to be here. Don't think that because this is our first time that we're not supposed to be here in playing at this level. They have worked really hard, and he reminded the girls multiple times that, hey, we deserve to be here. We are at a high enough caliber to play in the NCAA tournament, and I think we've seen that tonight with the scrappiness and the fearlessness that they have been playing with.
And that is a rare unforced error for Coppin tonight. Opportunity here for Vasquez Gomez. She puts it away. 8 kills for Vasquez Gomez. Babcock leads all with 11.
We see a little smirk there afterwards from Vasquez Gomez. She's a great line swing hitter, and she's able to use the block well to her advantage.
And Williams is blocked by Wokolo.
Wokolo, a great blocker. She is somebody, we've mentioned it here tonight, but she is just steady. She can do it all, and she just remains good over a long period of time.
Panthers have popularity in Pittsburgh, thanks mostly to this Pitt volleyball team. An error for Coppin State, and it's 11-4. So if you're Coppin State, you just need to get that serve back, because that's where you eat.
Their service pressure has been so strong tonight, and when they're back at the service line, they're able to put pressure on Pitt and get them out of system, and that's where they've been able to find their momentum. Something I've been so impressed with Coppin State with is their libero, Ashley Roman, has done a great job passing all night. Pitt has been targeting her a decent amount, and she has been doing such a great job. She is conference libero of the year back-to-back, and has just been a great leader for their team and has passed really well here tonight.
Oh, not just back-to-back, back-to-back-to-back-to-back.
Yeah.
What an amazing career, and good dig attempt by Figueroa. And finish the thought on Ashley Roman. She's not only the Coppin State all-time leader in digs, she is the conference all-time leader in digs. You see the block by Rachel Fairbanks. As Rachel is just, she's a stat filler. And an ace for Stafford. Fairbanks, 32 assists, 3 digs, 2 aces, 4 blocks. The only thing she doesn't have, I'm not going to say is the easiest thing to have, but is the thing that you might think she already would have, is a kill. Very capable of doing.
She is very capable of doing it, especially because Pitt is running a 5-1 offense, and so she is in the front row, but I actually she's had a couple opportunities here tonight to set her dump, and I actually like that she hasn't, because she's kept her hitters in rhythm, and so when she's had the opportunity to get the kill herself, she's taken the liberty to instead set her hitters up. And as we talk about it, there she goes with the setter dump. But
there's Roman once again.
Eagles doing a great job to keep it alive.
And a kill by Vasquez Gomez, her 9th. I'll tell you what, there are players that you watch and it's like, okay, if I had a team, I want Ashley Roman on my team. I want Rachel Fairbanks on my team.
Absolutely. There are a lot of players out on the court here tonight that it would be tough to choose from. There are so many just athletic and talented athletes that are playing great volleyball here tonight. In the biggest time to be playing good volleyball, they're showing up.
And with Stafford serving, it is now a 10-0 Pitt run. Stafford's sister from the back. Tori dug. Roman, the bump set. Vasquez Gomez blocked, but Klicka keeps it alive. But the Panthers unable to get it over, and the Eagles will get the ball back.
A great block by the Eagles. You kind of heard the crowd all kind of have an ooh moment. And you know, I always say if you hit hard, you get blocked a lot harder, and I think that was one of those moments. And the Eagles put up a good block and a tough one to get through.
Mara Williams at 5'16". And what a dig by Roman. Stafford has to send it over. Low, and a preservation dig by Farrow, and an error by Coppin State.
Eagles playing great defense, finding ways to stay alive, but I think the biggest difference in this match is then not being able to turn over those amazing digs into kills. And so we're seeing great rallies, we're seeing scrappy plays, good defense, but then just not able to find a way to get a kill for their side.
Coppin's hitting -238 in this set. Vasquez Gomez winds up. 10 kills for Valeria Vasquez Gomez. And this is getting away from Coppin State.
If you're Coppin State in this situation, you kind of think, all right, what can we do to try to get our way back in? And you just have to have the mindset, 1 point at a time, 1 kill at a time, 1 pass at a time, dig at a time, and try to look at it just 1 at a time instead of maybe that point differential that's taken up a larger amount of space than you would like.
Good recognition by Williams on the Vasquez Gomez tip attempt. So Vasquez will just hit it clear, and that is blocked. And Stafford's hit is long. It has been an amazing season for Coppin State. Best in school history, 27 wins, 13-1 in the conference, and then 3-0, 3-0, 3-0 in the MEAC tournament.
Tim Walsh's 7th season here, and he's just done an amazing job turning this program around and creating this program that has now made history and made it into the tournament for the first time ever. So what a cool story for him, and what an amazing. And so how am I going to make my way up into coaching in NCAA volleyball, in Division I NCAA volleyball, coaching into the tournament, making history with your program? And so such special stories, and it's cool just to know the background of all these coaches and just truly how much they care about this game and how much they care about each one of their individual players.
You know, we mentioned the sister matchup, but Ashley Roman and Vasquez Gomez played a lot against each other in Puerto Rico. And I'm picturing how intense those matchups must have been.
Right? Iron sharpens iron, and we see that with a great libero. That's exactly who you want to go against as an outside hitter or any kind of attacker. You want really good defense against you, and so that's what they can provide for each other. I'm sure they have a lot of fun going at it with each other and just making each other better.
Palacios the serve. There is Vasquez Gomez, who will send it over. Nice dig by Williams. And Stafford, and a net violation on Coppin State.
A great swing by Stafford on the outside, used the block to her advantage, and unfortunate just small net touch there for the air for the Eagles.
And Fairbanks with the service error. Panthers 25-18, then 14, and now 21-7. So it looks inevitable that there's going to be a matchup with USC. USC impressive against UMBC. It just took them out of what they wanted to do after a somewhat pretty close first set, and then just dominated.
Yeah, in that first set, we saw kind of play for play, point for point, back and forth with each other. And then after I think everybody got those first set jitters out, we just saw USC really take authority of the match, and they got in system, but also they're a team that if they're out of system, that doesn't matter. They might prefer to be out of system because setter Tuaniga is able to throw up such a high ball to the one and only Skylar Fields, and that's exactly what they were able to do tonight.
Olivia Babcock with a dozen kills in her first NCAA tournament appearance. She hasn't hit for a high percentage here. It started slow, but you can see it's growing.
Yeah, and I think that's just a testament to her game and her mentality. That is a hard thing to do if you come out slow. It's really hard to be able to turn it around, but you know, she's ACC Freshman of the Year for a reason. She's able to do that, and able to do it as a freshman is even more impressive.
The positioning of that set from Fairbanks to Emma Monks is impressive.
Threading the needle, Rachel Fairbanks. She is the quarterback of this team, and she does so with a lot of pride. And you see just perfect sets like that she makes look really easy.
Fairbanks to Stafford, who is blocked. Stafford's a kill away from a double-double.
A great line swing there. She tried to go cross maybe on that first swing. A great block by the Eagles to slow her down, and so she said, all right, I'll change it up and I can do this nice line shot.
She wanted that double-double. She got it. 10 kills, 12 digs, and it is match point. Klicka does so much for this Pitt team, and Babcock hits it long.
Just wide, maybe a little bit of adrenaline on that swing. The Pitt crowd is on their feet. She wants to get the kill in the first round of her first ever tournament, and maybe just a little bit too much behind that one.
Kenya Stafford, Fairbanks to her sister Tori Stafford. 11 kills, 12 digs, and the Panthers